Have you ever thought your everyday house shoes could be quietly putting you at risk? For many people over 60, falls are one of the biggest health threats. But what most don't realize is that the most dangerous thing in the room might already be on their feet. In this video, we're revealing 8 types of common footwear that significantly increase your fall risk, shoes and slippers that most seniors already own. Often in multiple pairs, some of them may even feel comfortable or familiar. But that doesn't mean they're safe. Stay with us until the end because we'll not only walk you through which shoes to avoid but also explain the subtle signs that your current favorites might be silently working against your balance, posture, and confidence. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Worn-out sneakers. At first glance, sneakers seem like the safest option, comfortable, supportive, and made for walking. But what most people don't realize is that worn-out sneakers can quietly become one of the most dangerous shoes in your closet. Over time, the soles of sneakers lose their grip. The cushioning flattens, the treads wear down, and the structure that once protected your foot begins to break down. When that happens, they stop doing the very thing they were designed for, keeping you stable. Podiatrists often warn that as sneakers age, they can create a false sense of security. You think you're protected because the shoes feel familiar. But underneath, your foot might be shifting with every step, compensating for imbalances that throw off your entire posture. Think about Dennis, a 76-year-old from Minnesota, who wore the same pair of walking shoes every day for nearly 5 years. He said they were broken in just right, but what he didn't realize was that the sole had lost its shape entirely. After a minor slip on a wet sidewalk, his doctor pointed to the shoes, and Dennis, surprised, replaced them with a pair that offered proper arch support and traction. He hasn't had an issue since. If your sneakers are showing visible signs of wear, smooth soles, uneven heel wear, or a floppy feel when you twist them, it's time to let them go. A good shoe should hold its shape and resist bending in the middle. Footwear isn't just about comfort, it's about protection. And when a trusted pair of shoes starts working against your balance, it's no longer a comfort, it's a hazard. Number 2. Backless slippers and sandals. There's something comforting about slipping into a pair of backless shoes at home, no bending down, no fuss, but that ease can come at a high cost. Backless slippers and sandals offer almost no heel support, which means every step you take is less secure than it should be. The problem isn't just that they slide off, it's that your foot has to work harder to keep them on. That means you're subtly gripping with your toes, shifting your gait, and often walking in an unnatural way that throws off your balance without you even noticing. Balance specialists say that backless shoes disrupt what's called proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space. When the back of the shoe isn't anchoring your heel, you lose part of that feedback loop, making it easier to misstep, catch your foot on a rug, or slip down a step. Take Marianne, a 78-year-old from Georgia, who loved her soft house slippers. She wore them every day until she tripped while walking across her kitchen and fractured her wrist. Her doctor pointed to the lack of heel support, and since then, she switched to a pair with a secure back and non-slip sole. She still feels cozy, but now she feels stable too. You don't have to give up comfort, you just need to choose it wisely. Look for slippers or house shoes with a firm back, a good grip on the sole, and a snug fit that doesn't slide around when you move. What feels convenient in the moment may be quietly risky in the long run. And in this stage of life, your safety is worth more than 5 seconds of convenience. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. High-heeled shoes. High heels may not be the go-to choice for everyday wear after 60. But many still keep a few pairs for special occasions, weddings, dinners, church, and while they might add height or elegance, they also dramatically increase your risk of falling. Heels shift your weight forward, forcing your body to adjust in ways that put strain on your knees, lower back, and especially your balance. Even a modest heel, just an inch or two, can throw off your natural alignment and make your steps less steady. Physical therapists often explain that wearing heels shortens the Achilles tendon and reduces ankle flexibility, both of which are key for quick corrections when you stumble or misstep. And when your foot is tilted forward, it becomes harder to distribute your weight evenly, making you more vulnerable to twists, turns, and tumbles. Think of Barbara, an 80-year-old from Missouri, who hadn't worn heels regularly in years but put on a low pair for a formal dinner. On her way to the table, her ankle rolled on the edge of a thick rug. She didn't fall, but the close call was enough to convince her to finally retire those shoes. Now she opts for flats with a supportive arch and a graceful silhouette. And she hasn't looked back. There's nothing wrong with dressing up, but it's important to ask whether the shoes are serving you or putting you at risk. Stability and elegance aren't opposites these days. You can have both. Shoes should help you walk into a room with confidence, not make you worry about every step. If a pair makes you feel unsteady, no matter how lovely they look, it's time to let them go. Number 4. Flip-flops. Flip-flops are a staple for summer days, quick errands, or lounging around the house. But when it comes to safety, they're one of the most deceptive types of footwear you can own. Especially after 60, flip-flops provide almost no structure. They lack arch support, side support, and heel support. Your toes have to grip the sole with every step just to keep the shoe on, which subtly shifts your entire walking pattern and creates instability without you even realizing it. Podiatrists warn that flip-flops increase the risk of tripping, rolling an ankle, or stumbling over uneven surfaces because they simply don't stay attached to the foot. On slippery floors, wet sidewalks, or uneven grass, they can turn a small misstep into a serious injury in the blink of an eye. Take Leonard, a 71-year-old from Florida, who wore flip-flops around his backyard every summer. One afternoon, he tripped on a garden hose that he would normally have stepped over easily. But his flip-flop caught under his foot. He fell hard, injuring his hip. After recovering, he swapped his flip-flops for sturdy slip-on sandals with straps around the ankle and non-slip soles. And he hasn't had a fall since. Comfort doesn't have to mean sacrifice. These days, there are plenty of lightweight, breathable sandals designed for security and ease, no toe gripping required. The shoes you wear should move with you, not slip away when you need them most. Choosing footwear that truly supports you is one of the simplest and smartest gifts you can give yourself for the decades ahead. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Thick, heavy boots. Heavy boots might seem like the safest bet for bad weather or rugged ground. But once you reach a certain age, their weight and bulk can actually work against you. Thick, heavy footwear can make lifting your feet more tiring, especially after a long day or on uneven surfaces. That subtle fatigue can cause you to shuffle, drag your toes, or lose quick reaction time, all of which sharply increase the risk of stumbling or falling. Movement specialists explain that heavy boots interfere with your natural gait by throwing off the delicate balance between strength, flexibility, and timing. When every step requires more effort than necessary, your muscles tire faster, your awareness drops, and small hazards become much harder to navigate safely. Think about Gary, a 73-year-old from Montana, who loved his sturdy winter boots. They had protected him for years through ice and snow. But last winter, he found himself dragging his feet more and struggling to lift the heavy soles onto curbs. After slipping on a patch of ice he normally would have sidestepped, he realized it was time for a change. Switching to lighter, insulated boots designed for stability made an immediate difference in how confident and safe he felt. Footwear should work with your body, not against it. Especially after 60, we want gear that supports endurance and agility, not that wears us down faster. The right boot will still keep you warm and dry, but it will do so without demanding extra energy from every single step you take. Choosing lighter, properly fitted boots can make the difference between moving freely and hesitating with every stride. Number 6. Overly cushioned shoes. Cushioning might sound like a good thing, soft soles, memory foam, that cloud-like feeling underfoot. But when it comes to preventing falls, too much cushion can be just as risky as too little. Overly cushioned shoes can actually reduce your foot's ability to feel the ground beneath you. This blunts your natural sense of balance and makes it harder for your body to respond quickly when something feels off. Doctors call this sensory feedback. It's your body's built-in alert system. When you step on something uneven, your nerves tell your brain to adjust. But when the cushion is too thick or squishy, those signals don't reach you fast enough. Your reaction time slows down, and your footing becomes less secure. Take Evelyn, a 75-year-old from California, who bought a pair of ultra-cushioned walking shoes after seeing them advertised for all-day comfort. At first, she loved them, until she noticed she was rolling her ankles more often and hesitating on stairs. When her podiatrist examined the shoes, he showed her how the thick soles distorted her foot position and made her less stable. With a switch to firmer, supportive walking shoes, her confidence and posture improved almost immediately. Comfort matters, but only when it's paired with control. Your feet should be able to move naturally and sense where they are in space. A shoe that's too soft can steal that awareness. Look for shoes with moderate cushioning and firm side support. shoes that allow movement without muting your body's natural connection to the ground. Because safety doesn't come from softness alone, it comes from balance, alignment, and awareness. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 7. Loose-fitting loafers or slip-ons. Loafers and slip-ons might seem like the perfect blend of convenience and style. But if they don't fit snugly, they can quietly sabotage your balance one small misstep at a time. The very feature that makes them easy to slide into, no laces, no fastening, is what also makes them dangerous if they're too loose. Without a secure grip around your heel or arch, these shoes can shift unexpectedly as you walk, causing your feet to slide inside them or drag across the floor. Physical therapists often point out that loose shoes encourage a shuffling gait, where instead of lifting your foot fully off the ground, you barely clear the floor. This kind of walking pattern increases the risk of catching a toe on a rug, tile edge, or uneven surface. Thomas, a 79-year-old from Illinois, wore his favorite pair of leather loafers everywhere. They looked good, and they felt comfortable, but over time, the leather softened and stretched. One day, on his way down the steps of his porch, the shoe slipped off just slightly, and down he went. Luckily, he wasn't seriously hurt, but the fall was a wake-up call. He now wears snug-fitting shoes with subtle elastic and back support. And he says he actually walks more confidently than before. Your shoes shouldn't move more than your feet do. And any footwear that forces you to hold it on as you move is doing more harm than good. It doesn't take a big fall to lose confidence. It can happen with one slip, one stumble, one scare. And choosing shoes that stay with you every step of the way is one of the simplest ways to protect not just your body but your peace of mind. Number 8. Old orthopedic shoes. Orthopedic shoes are designed to help, not harm. But when they get old, really old, they can quietly become one of the most overlooked fall hazards in your closet. What once offered structure and support may now be warped, flattened, or leaning to one side. And because many orthopedic shoes mold to your feet over time, those changes are easy to ignore. They still feel right, even when they've lost their original shape. Experts in geriatric foot care often explain that aging shoes, especially supportive ones, can give a false sense of security. The padding may still be there, but the foundation is no longer firm. The heel may tilt inwards. The arch support may be worn flat. And without realizing it, your walking pattern becomes subtly uneven. Your gait shifts, your balance weakens, and the risk of falling grows. Take Ruth, an 82-year-old from Colorado, who swore by her favorite orthopedic shoes. She had worn the same pair every day for nearly 6 years. But when her daughter noticed her ankles turning in slightly as she walked, they took the shoes to a podiatrist. The soles had collapsed, the heel cushion had shifted, and her shoes were causing more harm than good. With a new pair, properly fitted and firm, Ruth noticed an immediate improvement, not just in stability but in comfort and posture. Good shoes can age, just like the rest of us. And just like us, they sometimes need replacing, not because they've failed, but because they've served their purpose. If your orthopedic shoes are more than a few years old, check the soles, the sides, and the overall shape. If anything seems uneven, it may be time for a fresh start. Because support isn't just about what once worked, it's about what works for you now. Final thoughts. As we wrap up today's video, take a moment to think about the 8 types of footwear we explored. Which one caught you by surprise? Which one might be sitting quietly in your closet right now, waiting for a second look? We'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to adjust your footwear choices to protect your safety, your independence, and your confidence. Remember, staying active, engaged, and independent isn't just about big decisions, it's about the small, everyday choices we make. Choosing the right shoes isn't about vanity, it's about giving yourself every possible advantage to keep moving freely and living fully at every stage of life. No pair of shoes is worth your balance. No moment of convenience is worth risking a fall. You deserve to move through life with strength, security, and peace of mind, and the right shoes are a simple but powerful place to start. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.